So my popular video of this channel is a Bear Alpha theory of if Atrocity and AFROcity will return to the Bear Alpha 7th anniversary, but we don't know if Atrocity will come back or not, but because people calling these images hoax. But instead of this being an Atrocity and AFROcity video, this is going to be just an AFROcity video. So let's get into it. Hi guys, I am Michael's Gaming 85, and today we'll be doing another bear theory. It's going to be the Bear Alpha 7th anniversary, and it's coming up soon, like in 48 hours. That is insane. But yeah, so today's theory is if AFROcity will be the only one returning to Bear Alpha, and if so, and if Atrocity and AFROcity will return. That's the most popular video. But if Atrocity won't return, will AFROcity return? That's today's theory. So it's gonna have the same title like the last video. But the question is, will AFROcity return? Oops, sorry. The real question is, will AFROcity return? Who knows? In part 2 or episode 2 of Bear Alpha Theory. Welcome to Bear Alpha Theory. Dab. Let's get to this theory. Okay, so here is a picture of AFROcity. You can see shorter hair with wires sticking out, being a red, shorter than Atrocity, because Atrocity is like at this size, and AFROcity is like almost at his size. He's just a bit smaller. Oh, okay, the bears have genders, because I just call AFROcity a he. Do I just call it an it? Whatever. And it's also shorter than AFROcity because this is its height right here. That's AFROcity's height. But yeah. How do I get to the... Okay, there we go. So here was... Okay, so let's go to the next slide, and that's AFROcity. Now, here is this game called 2 and 2 together, where you gotta get a draw with these two. And it was confirmed. It was updated a few days ago, before the 7th anniversary came. You guys be like, so how does this prove anything? Well, there's another piece of thing to get it. There's another map to get AFROcity, and that is this Untitled 9/.9 points. It's something. It's 28 points. 28 points something. 06 something. If you walk to deep end, not near this, but if you touch a corrupted green thing. Okay, this is a tutorial. You could actually walk. And this turns into a frown. Okay, if I'm doing a tutorial, no, I'm not gonna do a tutorial. I'm sorry, Cheetah Man. Please don't hate me. Please bring back AFROcity. I mean, AFROcity for 7th anniversary. Yeah, this was also updated 2 days ago. So these two were updated 2 days ago. And this is AFROcity's badge. It's just Atrocity's badge, but it's a close up to his face. Why is it close up to his face? Does AFROcity have the same badge? What? This this isn't enough evidence to prove that Atrocity will return. But if I had to be honest, if you guys want my like honest opinion, if this will if Atrocity will return or not, yes, I think Atrocity will return because this was updated a few days ago. This was updated a few days ago. Like these are the only two games to get Atrocity. Bruh, these are the only two games that I had came back and been updated. And yeah, I think Atrocity has a slight chance of returning. Has a high chance of returning. This is not a good bear theory though. But look at this. Evidence number 1. Evidence number 2. Go to the Bear Alpha wiki. I'll put the wiki in the description. For the 7th anniversary. But oh yeah. Atrocity will return to the Bear Alpha 7th anniversary. That's all what I have to say. This is not a good. This is not a good theory, but who cares? It's gonna be the Bear Alpha 7th anniversary. These two games were updated a few days ago. If Atrocity does come back, at least give Atrocity this a badge back. Give Atrocity this badge, because this is Atrocity's badge right here, which is "Who found out?" all capital, but backwards. Well, if you at least, if you want. At least if you want to play this with your friends or something. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I can zoom with my mouse. Sorry. Hold on. Whoa. I'm sorry about that. But if those two things were updated, at least give Atrocity a much higher height. Like, give him the same height as Atrocity, which is right here. Put it right here. Now, if I go to my theory, now here is Atrocity right here. You can see he's orange. You guys might be wondering, why does he look like that? That's also what I want to say. He kind of looks like he wants to basically kill somebody. But yeah. Right. Anyways, here is Bear's 7 years, yes, aka Bear Alpha 7th anniversary. And this is my video from last time. And people have been saying this is just a hoax. Wait, can I do that? Yeah. Oh. Oh crap. What just happened? No! Yo, what happened? Hold on. How do you remove this stuff? Apple, how do you remove this stuff, bro? Like, oh my gosh, I'm making. Move the trash. Wait, is it back? Okay, but yeah. Let me use my notes. Okay, so here is, okay, like I was saying, here is 7 years, yes, aka Bear Alpha 7th anniversary. And we see Atrocity right here. But people have been calling that, well, oh, it was so, the brightness was so low. People have been calling that a hoax. But here's the real question. What if this wasn't a hoax? Like, what if this wasn't a hoax? What if Cheetah Man made it? What if he made that? What if he was just joking with us, saying no, he didn't make it, but he secretly did made this, and decided to say no, I didn't make this. What if somebody else didn't make this? What if Cheetah Man made it himself and decided to say, yeah, I'm just gonna turn down the brightness so nobody could know that Atrocity will be returning. This proves that Atrocity might return. Because how else will you look at this? Did you not see his face right there? Actually, I found this one a few days ago, but yeah. If we take a closer look, you can actually see Atrocity's face. I'm actually taking a deeper, closer look, and I actually do see it. This might be Atrocity's face. Oh. People have been calling it a hoax after all this time, even though they haven't looked closely at this. That's, yeah, I wish this one YouTuber I found a few days ago was right. Atrocity might return. Because you can see his face right there, and he's right there. This all makes sense. Atrocity will return. But what about AFROcity? Will AFROcity return? Well, these two games were updated a few days ago, and this is AFROcity's original badge. Who found out in all caps and backwards. So, yes, AFROcity will return to Bear Alpha 7th anniversary. Because we have evidence that these two games were brought back. I will put the Bear Alpha link in the description down below. And that might be it for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed this theory, make sure to just comment down below and share this to a person. And like, subscribe. And turn notifications. And I will see you guys another time. Okay? Alright. Goodbye, guys. And see you guys another time. See ya.